Okay.
Is it happening?
Is it a live
Are
show?
we doing it? Is there a live show happening?
It says that it's lowering the quality again.
Is that
You
just
gotta get
a
you gotta
resolution
get better internet, bro.
I
don't
have
know.
good internet. I think that it's just getting throttled because so many people are on it or something.
I mean, you clearly don't have good internet.
Can you kick your family off of it?
No, I have like the expensive shit. Yeah, they're not on it. They're not on it.
Netflix?
They're not on it.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure.
I mean, I'm looking at it and I'm not seeing buffering yet.
I think
Okay.
the quality, like I said, quality-wise, that first one we did looked fine, I think.
Is everybody looking at it? Because I think this looks fine too.
Are we live right now?
Yeah,
Yeah, we are.
Hey, everybody.
Hey!
we're back.
Wait, I
You
can't
make
find it on
before you
YouTube
can.
though.
It's not titled anything. I should probably
It's
title it.
called live stream.
Okay.
Everyone's like, we're back. Yeah,
Perfect.
we're back.
Perfect. Okay. Cool. All right.
It's not buffering at all. It's going, so.
No, it's looking good.
Yep.
All right.
For now.
So should someone text out like that we're doing
I'll
this thing
tweet
that
it.
we're,
Yeah.
and then I'll retweet it and everything.
Yeah,
Thank
give,
10 people
give me
have
that
showed up
hot
for the
link.
action. Everybody's saying it looks good.
Cool. All right. Cool. I will eagerly await the segment and friends.
Okay. That's coming
Um.
in just 1 second.
Okay. Hi, everybody who's watching. Hello.
Yes. Hello. We got
We should
9
probably
viewers.
talk to
You tuned
Okay.
in time for some dead air.
you. Yeah. Sorry, we had to make this earlier because of me. Because I am cooking dinner for my goodly lady wife tonight, and it's quite a complicated meal that I'm making, and it takes like an hour and a half to do, and so because I'm doing intermittent fasting as well as all this crazy shit that Ryan has me doing with no carbs and no sugars and all that kind of stuff, it would put it basically too late out of the window because I have to fast for 16 hours. And so if we did the podcast at 7, I wouldn't be able to eat till 10, and then I wouldn't be able to eat till like 2 in the afternoon tomorrow, and I would just fuck my whole shit up. So really purely selfish on my part to fuck everyone else's schedule up, which is pretty on par for a writer.
It just occurred to me that whenever we do the live show, we don't have the theme song playing. So now when we start the show, I don't know if the show has started, but when we start the show, I'm going to play the theme song. So.
Okay, I mean, I can play some shit right now. I mean, I'll just
No,
I'll just,
but we need the official theme song.
Yeah, you want me to just like play some shit? Just like
Yeah, are we ready to start?
Oh, we're so ready.
It's happening.
I love that you had this ready.
It's his workout jam. You know it is.
It actually is off of my workout.
I can tell, dude.
It's the Run the Jewels instrumental track, so I just fucking love this fucking.
I dig it.
What?
I dig it.
We have a request for some beatboxing.
Oh, this is me. Y'all just wait, man. Okay, all right. Welcome to the fucking Ryan segment and his amazing friends show.
Yeah.
We gotta start recording on
I'm
QuickTime.
Oh,
Oh no!
we almost totally botched that. Whoops.
Okay, all right.
Is
Hold
everybody
on.
ready?
Yes,
On
ready.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
1 second.
Ready?
Let me make sure. No. Wait. 1 second. 1 second. I am ready. On go. All right.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
Boom. Recording.
Perfect. And now I'm ready.
Perfect.
Boop, 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 boop.
But that was the intro for the show. Make no mistake, Donnie blasting that instrumental. We'll just cut this out.
Oh, I still got it. Dude. Don't even worry about it, dude. Don't even worry about me, dude. Would it be cool if I just had bars like already set and just started spitting like crazy rhymes? Man, I'll tell you what. Speaking of crazy ass rhymes, we got in before we started the show. we got in, as you guys know, my goodly lady wife and I have joined the Stegman and his amazing friends podcast network with our own show, the Devil's Advocate Book Club, and we got our theme song in. And speaking of bars, we might not be as popular or as cool as Ryan Stegman, but our intro is a billion times better.
What? How's that possible?
Dude, it's crazy good. Ethan, right?
Yeah, it's fucking fire.
Yeah, he played. I heard it. It was awesome.
It's fire, dude. It's
Fire,
dude. So y'all will hear that next Monday or this coming Monday. Yeah. And I should mention at the start of the show. First of all, since I'm just the one talking now, I'll just go ahead and do this. Welcome to Ryan Stegman, his amazing friend. I am Ryan Stegman.
Yeah, I'm Donnie Cates.
This, as always, with me on the drawing table is Donnie Cates.
Wow, Donnie, looking especially sexy this week.
With the haircut? You like my new haircut?
No, not you,
You're
Ryan.
not
I'm talking to Donnie.
You're Ryan. We're talking to Donnie.
Dare you. How fucking dare you. I see your little tricks and games. As always, on the ones and twos, we have Griff Dog and Ethan holding down everything. Today, we're going to be creating a new character, as always, on the show. If you've been following along, we have been creating our own superhero universe. Basically, what is the not the storyline, Ryan, but what is kind of the point of the like the process of like what we're doing here, Ryan?
We're just showing people what it's like to create a property from the ground up. This is something that we see happen a lot because we're in this industry and we see how it works. But I think that a lot of aspiring creators don't understand how it really works and how really we're just making stuff up on the fly. So we wanted to show people how that works.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is what you're seeing right now, or what you're going to be seeing, and what you have been seeing, is exactly the process that goes on behind the closed doors at Marvel, that goes on with creator-owned books, that goes on. But this is how things like Null were created. These, it's just on the phone talking things out, figuring it out, and so. As far as the story and the kind of the things that we've constructed, Ryan will be holding up some pictures here in a second, and we'll kind of walk you through it. But the basics of it are, let me tweet out this fucking thing right quick.
Somebody whose name is probably pronounced Kaiken or Kaiken, I don't know, says Mohawk looks great, Donnie. And and Adam also says, is it really a bad kid stream if Donnie isn't outside?
I know. I was outside, dude. I was all set up. I was all mic'd up. You'll notice I have a pop screen, professional mic, earbuds in, taking this shit seriously. I'm outside, and then my neighbor starts sanding wood like he's building a deck. And I'm like, this motherfucker.
Oh, that's some classic Dennis Hopeless stuff.
I know. I was like, I will not be Dennis Hopeless. I will not do it. So I moved it in. So you can see some sunshine. You can see, you can hear.
Ooh.
Oh,
nice,
wow.
Nice. Wow.
All right.
Views.
All right, there. We're not that far away from the sunshine. All right. Can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah, but I think you just switched the audio. You're no longer on your microphone.
Really?
Yeah.
How's that Audacity going? Or QuickTime?
Is Audacity going?
Audacity is going and picking up my microphone, yeah.
Perfect. Wonderful. So
we're still good?
No,
it's fine.
Well, yeah, you just don't sound as good as you did.
Okay, let me. I will play with that while. Why don't one of you boys talk us through the superhero universe and kind of how we got here while I talk with this.
All right, first up, what we're gonna do.
How did we get there?
No, Ryan said something. Ryan.
I was gonna say, all right. So
how's that?
There you go.
Perfect.
There, you're back.
Okay.
All right. Daniel Warren Johnson in the chat. Love you, Daniel.
D-Dubs.
What up, D-Dubs?
D-Dubs did a good episode on this show. Great artist. Total bastard. all that.
I've got his sticker on my laptop here because he's the nicest
Came
man.
on the show every once in a while.
Hashtag humble brag. Way to have a laptop.
All
Ever
right.
since he came on the show, every once in a while, Griffin
It's
and
a
I just reminisce.
2012 MacBook Pro, but yeah, it's a laptop, I guess.
Ethan's not allowed to talk anymore, apparently.
I know,
All right.
I know.
So now that my microphone works, I'll kind of talk us through like the world that we're creating. Now we've been entitling this series of videos "Bad Kids." I fucking hate that title, so we're still working on the actual title. But basically, the premise of it, and you're gonna get sick and tired of me telling you guys this. So if you're listening to the podcast version of this, fast forward through it. But for those of us joining us now, basically what you have is in the first issue of this book, of this fictional book that we're creating, there was some sort of a world. There is a world in which there was a Justice League or an Avengers type of a group, and the way that they all got their powers was from this totem. And this totem has 6 pieces of it, and they're constantly, there's 5 of them, and there's 1 piece, and they're always trying to kind of defend that 6 piece because it could go evil or whatever the fuck. Anyway, a big confrontation happens. The Justice League and this like big, Darkseid Thanos, big bad guy. The battle falls into a schoolyard, into a high school. Where the entire team is defeated and murdered, and he or she has all the 5 pieces, and as he dies, he blows through a wall into a class of kids who are in detention, the titular bad kids, and they are not like Breakfast Club bad kids. Some of them are good and some of them are bad, but some of them are really fucking bad. And basically as he dies, those 5 pieces kind of embed themselves into these characters. And the mystery of the first issue is kind of like they're kind of looking at this. They all have like these shoulder pad things that have like a circle of 5 where their piece fits in, right? And they're all looking at it and they're like, well, there's 5 of us. Where's the 6th one? And so in our first episode, we designed where that 6th piece went, which is our villain.
Right.
Who I believe we inhabited the kindly Principal Martin. Ryan, if you want to throw up a picture of Principal Martin.
You know what I'm going to try to do is put it up on the screen so that people can see it on the YouTube so that I don't have to hold it up. Hang on. Keep talking.
Okay, so Principal Martin is a very sweet guy. He loves his students. You get the sense that like work is his entire life. And at first glance, he might seem like a pushover, but he's the kind of guy that if like 2 kids start getting into a fight, he would go in there and separate them, and they would both like fly into lockers. Everyone's like, God damn, like Principal Martin fucking works out, like Jesus Christ. And that is because Principal Martin has a really shitty home life. It kind of explains why these kids are kind of his life, and like getting these kids good education and taking care of them is kind of his life because they're kind of his surrogate for his own family because his wife has left him for someone else. And so at night we see him going home and getting like undressed, and he is just shredded, and he like does push-ups like staring into a picture of his wife with his new with her new family and stuff. So man is fucking like he's one like if the superintendent fired him, I think I said on like one of the last shows, like he might start collecting bodies. like this dude, this is all he fucking has. And so of course he gets hit with the 6th piece of it, and he turns into our big bad, who I think we've all collectively decided is called Warden.
Mm-hmm. It's on the YouTube screen right now. If you guys have the YouTube open, you can see.
I have it open, but there's a bit of a lag, so I'm not seeing.
There it is. Yep.
Is it? I am not seeing it yet.
Just give it a sec.
Just keep going.
Okay. First of all, I might as well just do this. I'm just gonna let the drip. I'm just gonna let my drip drop. I had to pull the trigger.
Run out the window.
I had to pull the trigger on the drip. It's been a long time coming, and I had to do it. How is on my iPhone? It looks like super fucking frozen. Is this just my iPhone, or is this?
Yeah. Oh, it's gone. It's clear.
Okay, I'll turn my Wi-Fi off.
You can't show the live stream on the live stream. That's
I can. It's going to trip people out.
The fucking TikToks of live streamings. And so we have this character. Are we all frozen right now?
No.
No.
No. Okay, so this is just my iPhone being stupid.
It's just you. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm not seeing the art show up.
Just keep talking about it.
Okay, god damn it. So obviously we have this secret going on. So these characters, these disparate characters who some of them might know each other, some of them might hate each other, some of them might, whatever. They all get different powers. And as the temple as the pieces go in them, it kind of gives them like a kind of like in the back of your head, like what you always thought you would be if you were a superhero, or like your inner desire, or what have you, right? So far, I think our first one was Kid Atomic.
Mm-hmm. I'll put him up on the screen.
Okay. So we had Kid Atomic, right? And Kid Atomic was a super rich kid who was kind of uppity, a little bit of a Tony Stark to him. But between freshman year and sophomore year, his dad got caught doing something really terrible, selling arms or whatever, but his lawyers got it down to white collar criminal jail. And so freshman year, he was walking in, dripped out like your boy here. And then sophomore year came in, and he's kind of like getting like humbled. He's kind of like getting shamed now, because he was such a dick, that first year, like instead of like pulling up in Maseratis and shit like he was in freshman year, he's getting dropped off in old ass like beater cars and stuff, or just take the bus.
Ryan's got colored versions up on the screen.
Yeah,
and that gold and black is good looking tight.
These were colored by Hugo Aquino. He this is fan art from him on Twitter, and I kind of like this color scheme. I was thinking red and black. I mean, Donnie and I always default to red and black. So
red and black's dope. I really love the red and gold.
I think I prefer the gold. Yeah,
it's good.
All right, let's see if
I think the red and black is tight, but I still want that like high beam blue.
Yeah,
like lining it for its energy.
Silver and blue
if we're gonna go red and black, I want that high beam blue as like the piping, that like all the energy flows through. I don't know how that would really look, but that's a problem for later. But so anyway, Kid Atomic. He's Japanese American. His mom is white. His father is Japanese, but his dad was kind of distant. Wasn't really ever around. But when they came over to America, his dad brought along a lot of old manga and stuff. And in the world that we live in the bad kids world, there's this really popular manga that's called Kid Atomic. And so that was the kind of his way to like connect with his dad, was by reading, they would like actually he could actually get his dad to talk to him if he like talked about this manga, right? And so when Oliver is his name, when he turns into it, when he gets his piece, he turns into straight up Kid Atomic, like from the manga, So let me just address one of the rules of this world is whatever you make for yourself, you're also making your own weaknesses. So since he made himself into a kind of a Gundam biomechanical kind of a thing, if that, I mean, that shit's real. It's not like Dreamstone, hologram shit. It's real, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they can turn it on and off, but when it's on, if his armor gets fucked up, like it's fucked up, and maybe he has to like turn it back off and turn it back on again to like repair it, and he's vulnerable in that state. So just wanted to, I'm gonna put my drip away. But
let me show one more thing here. We have a drawing from our favorite Liam P. Huberty. He drew Kid Atomic. I added the P. His middle name does not start with P.
But together that would be Liam.
But this is a cool drawing that Liam did of Kid Atomic.
I'll have to wait to see it.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's dope. That shit's dope. It's awesome. I love that. I love that we're already starting to get fan art.
Yeah,
and
please send us more. That we'll put it on the show, guys.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, well, your mic's off, Donnie.
Okay, I'm on it. It's like every time I move it just like an inch, it just like.
Am I back?
Yeah.
You're back.
All right,
is your recording still going?
It should be. Audacity still going. Everything's cool. All right.
Oh my God, we're so good.
Crazy.
So yeah, if you do fan art or anything, almost like literally almost guaranteed to be put on the show. Unless it's like one of our characters doing something lewd and obscene towards Mickey Mouse or something, then we can't do that. I just made that idea. Now that's all I get. Our second character that we did last week, is that right?
Yep, we have a colored version by Hugo Aquino. Yep, Murder.
This is Murder. Now her name is Sam, and if you were to ask her what is your superhero name, she would say, I don't have a superhero name. My name is Sam. We are Murder, because that coat that she's wearing is like I don't know, what would you say, like fucking 100 crows.
Mm-hmm.
Like these like sentient crows that like bow to her, that protect her at all times. They actually protect her even when she's in human form. So like when you see the school from outside, it's just littered with crows. And so we'll like cut to like Principal Martin coming outside and being like, "What the fuck is with the what? Why are there crows everywhere?" Now, Sam, short for Samantha, is an art kid. She's like a behind the scenes, like a theater tech, right? And is not so much shy, but she's like a way overachiever, and is like. The only reason she's actually in the detention class when it happens is because she's in there studying for college level classes, right? And so she kind of wants to be like invisible, right? Mm-hmm. And so her ability is she's more of a healer, and she can kind of like phase through walls. As you can see by the drawing, her top half kind of disappears into like a ghost. And so her ravens can stay and fight, and she can run and get help and like, go and like heal people and stuff like that. And so lots of potential for Murder to grow as a character, to become more of an offensive character, to like develop maybe the dark arts, to maybe develop her powers more. As of right now, she seems to want to kind of be more of a helper than a fighter, is I think where we're at with her.
Mm-hmm.
That colored version looks dope. Looks really good.
All right, let's show the Skip Edwards. He included all the characters in one image here. So this is Skip's rendition. We've got Murder there. We've got the Warden in front, and we've got Kid Atomic in the back.
Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the colored one of Warden.
Warden, we don't have a color version of Warden.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so I guess that kind of catches us up, right? So we have 3 pieces accounted for, right?
Right.
We got 6 pieces left. So that means that we have 3 more characters. But we're throwing you a curveball today. Today we're doing 2 characters. Because as it would turn out, in this in this detention class are two twins. They're two twin boys, and one of them is like star athlete, just built like a brick house, just like a linebacker, just huge dude. And his twin brother has like scoliosis or something like that, and so is very, 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 very fragile. And I don't think we got to why they're in detention. I like to think that it's because his older brother, who Ryan and I had talked about the idea of their last name being something like Walters or Washington or like Walton, so that when he transforms, his name is just the Wall.
Yeah, it could be Waller or Walton. Yeah, anything like that.
Yeah, so because we like the idea, because this is going to be our big bruiser, right? This is going to be our Hulk kind of character, right? So the big brother, the bigger of the two, he gets the piece, right? And the little brother doesn't get the piece. But the thing is, though, at home, you see that, like, I don't think I finished my thought. I like to think that they're both in there because even though the little brother is on the frailer side, like, he's not a pushover. And, like, if you fuck with him about, like, his scoliosis or his, like, cane or anything, he'll fucking slap you across the mouth with that cane. Like, he doesn't fucking play. And by the way, if his older brother, the Wall, sees you do it, you're going into the fucking ER. Because, I think he's, we had talked about, like, maybe the Wall is on steroids and stuff, and his little brother doesn't like it, and they both got caught dealing with it, and the big brother took the fall for it, because his little brother was, like, going to, like, pick up the bag, right? And so he feels bad for him, so he's in there, and when they're...
Did you slip back again?
You lost it again.
God damn it, man. Like, literally every time I fucking touch it, man. Let me look at this right quick while I fill it in.
Oh, I like that name. Somebody said Wallace for their last name, and that's one of my favorite basketball players ever. I'm gonna start drawing. Little note. We did figure some of this out on the phone this week rather than doing it live. It was just an accident. We just got carried away talking on the phone. So I kind of know some of the stuff that we're going for here. So go ahead and keep talking, and I'll just start drawing.
Hold on, now I can't hear you guys. Hold on.
You're sounding good though.
Live show. Do we have one more character after this?
What?
Do we have another, like, are we doing another character next week, or is this the last set?
No, there's
how many
there's more.
are there?
I don't know, a million. No, we need another. We need another.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, you can?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I can't fucking hear you guys at all. What the fuck?
We'll cut this out of the live stream.
Welcome to the live stream, everybody.
This is what happens, guys.
That's what it's all about.
We've lost so many viewers.
Let me just turn these dumb shits off.
You wanted live? This is what
everybody just sit back and watch Ryan draw for a while.
Let's do this. Old school shit.
Ooh.
Yeah! Can you hear us?
I will in a minute. Hold on.
Wait.
Yeah, how did you hear that then?
Oh, you hear me?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah.
But now you're on the wrong
Yeah,
microphone
right.
again.
What the fuck?
Woo! Live streaming.
Yeah, you're going through your
Somebody just called out your ponytail, Griffin. If you want to talk, Griffin, you want to do 10 minutes on your ponytail?
All right.
All right. Hey, is this better?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. It cuts out my fucking headphones.
Hmm. What is happening?
I don't know what the. I don't know.
Do you have wired headphones
fucking-
by chance?
What?
Do you have
Do
wired
you have
headphones?
wired headphones?
I mean, without headphones, I can fucking hear you. Do I need them?
Yeah, because the recording, your mic's gonna pick up us talking, and then it's gonna sound like shit in the recording.
Really quick. I fucking. What am I? I gotta time travel.
Come on, you peasant.
All right,
Gotta get into the
Brian.
peasant stage.
Brian, while I go search for the Ark of the Covenant, why don't you talk about? Hey, what was the last name?
Wallace.
Wallace, possibly?
Wallace. That's good. Okay, talk about Wallace a little bit.
Okay, Wallace is an African-American teenager. He is gigantic. He plays football. He's like, going D1. He's going to be a college football player. Kind of thinks he's the shit. He's got a brother. I don't know if Donnie already talked about that. Did we talk about that at all, guys?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So his brother is he's
not him.
Yeah, he's had a lot of health issues. So he didn't grow up as robust as his brother. He's a twin. They're about 2 minutes apart. They're actually identical, but one grew into this, hulking beast of a athlete, and the other one is I think he's going to be confined to a wheelchair. And the one in the wheelchair, young Wallace, will be kind of calling, like almost coaching. So together they are together they will be a force, but if apart, without the calming influence of the brother in the wheelchair, then Wallace essentially becomes an out of control Hulk type character. So he's useless in a battle or something. So that's cool. Pretty much where we're at with this. And Donnie is back.
I like that.
What do we think the name of the high school should be?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably like Donnie Cates High.
Sheridan Smith High.
Oh, I like that. Actually. Yeah, Sheridan Smith High. I actually like that.
All right.
We got a high
What
school
the hell?
after us, Ethan. Fuck yeah.
So he's got an S on his varsity
Not
jacket.
gonna be named Zdarsky High. Don't fucking add us. Before anybody jumps into this thing.
We know where it's going. It's not that.
Yeah, maybe
Unless
a
it was like
prison.
Zdarsky Memorial and implying that he's dead.
Yeah.
No, I think we should. That's a really good question, and I think that we can. I think naming it after the boys is a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm honored.
I mean, it can't be called. Are we sure it can't just be called Supple High?
Somebody did earlier in the chat. People were talking about William Henry Harrison, and now people are talking about William Henry Harrison. I think it's got to be William Henry Harrison High.
No, it's definitely Sheridan Smith.
Damn it!
All right, can you guys? Okay,
I
gotta let it go.
I tried.
I have plugged in my fucking headphones into my microphone.
You sound like a dream.
You sound beautiful.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
There's no audio coming out of I can't hear you guys out of these headphones, so I don't know what like that means. So I gotta go into like my actual computer settings, right?
I think you could just work with the Skype settings. That should be fine.
Hold on.
Also, did you guys know that Zdarsky was talking shit about us on Word Balloon? Apparently.
What did he say?
Oh, that
What did he
sounds,
say? Adam, what did he say?
Who's
Adam?
Adam?
Thanks, Dakota. I know my hair does look very cool.
Funny that he was talking shit on Word Balloon because when we were at C2E2 for our live show, I ran into John Suntress in the bathroom.
That sounds cool.
It was cool.
Hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Look, this is what it's gonna sound like.
Okay.
Let's do this. Donnie, if you could, just real quick, stop your current Audacity or QuickTime or whatever you're using. Stop that. save it, and start a new one, because last week everything seemed to have gone fine, and somehow I still lost the last like 20 minutes of your audio, and now this week things are going totally awry. And so just start it up again, so then we don't lose it.
Okay.
Just in case.
All right.
Griffin, when you're cutting around all this later, make sure you keep in the bit about me running into John Suntress in the bathroom, if you could.
Apparently, Chip said he taught me everything I know about podcasting, which, as you can see, I don't know anything. So, jokes on Chip.
Jokes on you, Chip. It's pretty good.
All right, so I'm starting a new Audacity.
Dakota says that your hair looks cool slicked back like that, Griffin.
I know.
And I say,
I mean, I was gonna ask about your little top knot.
Yeah.
Ooh, there she is.
Yeah, there
Top
she
knot
is.
corner.
I am in no position whatsoever to make fun of anyone's haircut. So
Listen, it's not a haircut, and that's why.
It's a lifestyle.
It is a lifestyle.
abstain.
Ethan knows. It's gonna be a whole new me eventually. I'm gonna have a whole
I
head of
can't
hair.
wait to
That'd be
meet
great.
that guy.
What did you say?
You can't wait to meet that guy. I think that was an insult.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe I'll like
shit.
that guy.
Oh shit!
Yeah, just as a warning to the audience, Griffin's going through a weird identity crisis, so things are going to be weird for a while.
Well, this is fun. I mean, listen. We're all collapsing slowly.
Emotionally,
I have
physically.
a mohawk. I'm wearing a gold chain. I'm literally dressed like Mr. T. It's none of this. It doesn't. Nothing matters.
What do you guys think? Do you think it's time for? Do you guys think it's time for me to shave my head?
I can no longer hear any of you because I tried fucking listening. I tried to put in my fucking Bluetooth speakers again.
Donnie, you should have just pressed it.
This is fucking.
We've got
great.
52 people here. Hi, everybody. You're
Why
great.
do you hate wires so much?
It somehow have 20 more people than when things were going
Can
fine.
you guys hear me?
Yes.
Cool. That's not working.
So for guys that just got into the show,
This is so fucking.
Okay, all right. How about this? While this is happening, maybe it's time for a little pop culture news.
yeah, pop culture news.
The-
Back from the dead.
In our world, something huge just happened.
Yeah.
And
All right, I'm turning these
personally,
bitches off.
I don't give a shit about this thing. So you guys go ahead and nerd out about it.
Somehow Sony is developing the Jackpot spin-off movie.
That's
Is that what you're
exactly
talking
what
about?
he was talking about.
That is not what I was talking about
He was-
at all.
Oh,
All right.
he was talking about
So
the
look,
Madam Web
I'm not-
movie.
Listen. I'm not even gonna fucking try and do a mic my headphones or anything. So this is what we're dealing with.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
fine. It'll be fine.
Okay. All right. So I'm starting a new track. We're gonna miss some time in there, and
Well, if you don't have headphones in, I'm just gonna have to use the YouTube audio anyway. So it doesn't
Okay.
matter.
well then
doesn't matter
there
anymore.
it is. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay.
figured it
All
out.
right. We figured it out. Okay.
We figured it out by just
So-
saying fuck it.
Wait, before you
So
start,
what
Donnie,
I'm talking about.
I need to tell you something. We're gonna talk about the Snyder Cut real quick.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
What?
The chat's gonna love this. They've been asking already.
Yeah, I think
It was the
you know
first
what,
thing
Donnie.
people
We're
saw.
gonna sit back and let the Supple Boys run themselves into the ground real quick.
Yeah. You know what?
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, what?
As long as I don't have to be a part of the conversation, then I would absolutely love to hear you guys talk about the Snyder Cut.
Okay.
Well, what can I say? But we won. We won.
We won.
Oh my
We
God.
we bullied Warner Brothers into finally fucking giving in to our demands.
We bullied Warner Brothers into creating this advertising campaign for HBO Max.
No, I'm looking forward to seeing it, but I kind of also don't give that much of a shit. It's fine.
Yes,
it's a weird precedent.
I hate how we got here. I hate the impact that's probably going to have on the social media circles. But also, a 4-hour Justice League cut. Fuck it. Let's watch it. I'm ready. That sounds cool.
I have one thing to say about it. It's gonna be terrible. It's not gonna
Or
be any
it
better.
Could be Could be dope.
No,
I don't know.
I think it'll be a better movie than the one we already got, but I don't know if it'll be by a lot.
I don't
mean,
know if that's a high hurdle
Yeah.
to fucking
It's
jump
not.
on.
It's not at all.
This live stream has been better than that movie, and this has been really bad.
Yeah, no. But here's, I think, what it comes down to, why that movie is really bad, is because it feels just like nothing. Nobody made it. A robot shit it out. And Zack Snyder has a very, very particular directorial sort of voice. And
It sucks.
He likes to make, and then he likes to make beautiful music videos. That has zero interest whatsoever in the interconnection between those scenes. Like, I will 100% give it up to Zack Snyder. His visuals are fucking incredible and they are gorgeous, but he has no no interest whatsoever in like how to get to that. It just doesn't fucking matter to him. It seems like he's like, no, I want to recreate this iconic scene of, you know, Dark Knight Returns or fucking whatever the fuck, and I want to do it like this, I want to do it like this, but just zero interest in why or the emotions or, you know, but I mean, it is beautiful to look at, legit. I mean, 300 is fucking dope.
300 is the one I like. That one I like.
You can't say that he's not ambitious. And Tyler Jennis just dropped the name Larry Fong in the chat. That's his cinematographer that he uses frequently, and I believe on all of his DC stuff.
Okay, nerds, you're cut off. Back to the show.
Come on, that's it. Larry Fong, Dan Mindel, a couple of great comic book movie cinematographers.
All right, so Donnie, I explained that his brother's in the wheelchair, and without his brother helping him, he becomes kind of an out of control Hulk type character, and he needs his brother there to direct him.
Well, I think that what you should take it back even further than that is what we had talked about, the fact that his older brother is like in real life, like with like no powers or anything. His older brother is like this big linebacker dude, but definitely wants to like get better at the game, but maybe is not as smart as his little brother. So you see his little brother studying the game and like helping his brother out with plays and stuff, right? So you already have that dynamic of like his little brother like rewatching his footage and kind of like he looks up to his little brother, but there is or to his big brother, but there is a dynamic there in which he kind of like, man, I wish I was on the field, man. Like, damn, dude, like, because they're fucking twins. Like, they would probably grow up in the same household that was filled with football. Like, dad was into football, mom was into football, you know, all this shit, you know. And so like he put himself to like the intellectual side of things of like teaching his brother like, you know, how to do plays and stuff. And so it's going to be great when our big guy, and we got to give these guys names, when the bigger of the two twins turns into the wall, into like this big hulking thing, because they already have like those weird psychic twin powers, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It just like amps it up, and his little brother from his wheelchair is kind of able to like video game control his older brother.
Right.
And
that's cool.
And like use those powers.
So
like
at some point, also a villain could find out that without his brother, he's out of control. So they go after the brother rather than.
Yeah, totally. Which is when a swarm of fucking crows come in and fucking rip that motherfucker apart.
Mm-hmm. So, should I design the brother, the younger brother right now, or should we go ahead and design the Wall's superhero outfit?
I think. Well, let's name them, shall we?
Yeah.
How about we name them after some people that we like?
We've already got some Pistons references in the chat, Ryan.
Well, I don't know sports things like you guys do, so.
Well, we can't name him Ben Wallace. He's already that guy already exists.
You gotta imagine they come from a pretty big sports family, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I don't know, Ryan. You know, like shit like this. like football things.
Give us a football.
Dude, someone just hey, Green Lantern in the chat just said Ben and Rashid Wallace.
Those are actual basketball players. Those are two of my favorite basketball players ever, but I don't want to name them after them.
Okay.
So let's say Barry, like Barry Sanders.
Yeah, Barry Walton would be his name.
Barry Wallace. And Daffy Wallace. I don't know.
Daffy.
Barry Wallace feels like a really good comic book name for some reason. I don't know why that is.
Yeah,
but
I really dig it.
Dude, someone jokingly just put the words Walter Payton in there, but like, what if the younger brother was named Walter?
Walter Wallace.
Because he was named that because he was the first out. He's technically older, and the dad was like thinking about Walter Payton, and was just like, yeah, hell yeah, Walter Walton.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's my boy. You know?
Yeah.
That's good. Walter Wallace.
I was gonna say we should name one of them Zach after Zack Snyder for the fact that we won. We won.
Yeah. That's a bad.
I gave you guys a little bit of slack, and look where we are now.
Someone said Taylor.
Never
Taylor for the big guy.
Sure, I mean that's fine.
So
I liked Barry.
So what are their names?
Walter and Barry, or Walter and Taylor. I don't care.
I think Walter and Taylor.
Okay.
Someone write that down in the notes.
Yeah.
So the bigger one is Taylor.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Taylor Wallace.
Taylor the Wall Walton.
Stop saying Walton.
What? Wait. What is it?
Wallace.
So his name is Terry the Wall Wallace.
No,
right?
Taylor.
Hey, what is it?
Taylor Wallace is the big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sorry, what was the younger
Walter.
brother /
Walter Wallace.
Walter Wallace. Okay.
So his name is Taylor the Wall Wallace.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. And then
there.
Wallace, and then Walter Wallace.
Yes. Yeah. And I particularly like that, I'm gonna keep saying younger, but technically older. We've just established.
Yeah. Little smaller.
The me-sized of them, he's got that like superhero alliteration and everything too to his name. Like,
yeah, right.
Like he was really supposed to be there. Like you just said, his dad just had that in mind for him. He gets a superhero alliteration named Walter Wallace. Perfect superhero. Secret identity.
Totally.
Then he's just not the dude.
Well, you know what else is interesting is we do have plans for him to be a large part of.
Yeah.
He will pull off some superhero.
That's why it's so satisfying.
Yeah. We do have a broader structure to this whole thing that we're kind of keeping to ourselves because we kind of know what this thing might end up turning into, and so Walter Wallace might end up playing a really big part of this whole thing, since he's the member of the gang who doesn't have the piece, and so he's kind of our man in the chair. I mean, that's a silly. I never wanted him to be in a wheelchair.
Oh, that's fine. He doesn't have to be.
I always wanted him to be maybe on one of those arm brace crutches.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay. Yeah, so that he could hit somebody in the face.
Yeah. That's better.
Is this larger structure that you guys already have worked out something that'll play out on these episodes, or is it something that you'll keep for the book for people to? Well,
here's what I want to do. Here's kind of what I want to do.
Why don't we tell them what the whole plan is?
Yeah. So we're gonna get together our core team together, plus our core bad guy and our motivations and everything, and then Ryan, you really want me to tell them the whole plan?
Yeah, because I feel like that'll get people excited. I think it's smart to put it out there now.
All right. Well, then fuck it. Then we are going to we're gonna Indiegogo it and make it into a real series. It'll be written. It'll be written and created by written by Ryan and I, created by, and like owned by the Stegman and His Amazing Fred's podcast. Ryan
can't say it, Ethan. He can't say our names. You won't let himself say it.
I grew up in a house full of attorneys. I'm being careful. And we are going to find, since Ryan is busy doing stuff, still at Marvel, drawing a big event, and then drawing a creator-owned book after that with me, an artist that we are picking right now will be drawing whatever this book is as an Indiegogo, and that person will be a fucking superstar. Will be creating this narrative into it. So what's going to happen? Okay.
And I'm going to do the covers.
Yeah, and Ryan's going to do all the covers. And so what does that really mean, right? So for the show, what that means is, as soon as we get our fifth, or I guess our sixth and final character down, we're going to call it a wrap on the Bad Kids, whatever. Hopefully by that point we'll be able to say, the reveal the new name of it and launch the Indiegogo, and then we're gonna switch to making a new book. We're just gonna start cranking out IPs and making them in front of you on this show.
All right. Dope.
And I will already go ahead and tell you the name of the next IP. That Ryan will design all the characters for, but again, other badass artists will come in. And so we're starting our own little imprint, which we don't know the name of it, but the name of the next book is called Sawed Off Shogun.
What? That sounds sick.
Yeah.
That is so good.
And so we might have, we're thinking of, and again, that is, in case you didn't hear that, the coolest fucking name of a comic book of all time.
So dope.
Sawed Off Shogun.
You already know.
We already know the next one. And we'll get into that later. And we might even have guest artists come in, and Ryan and I will talk about the characters while. I mean, fuck it. Like, if we have like a random bad guy that we needed to do, we'll have Daniel Warren Johnson join the show, and he'll design that character.
Right.
So, like, while Ryan and I talk,
Yeah. Well, what about guest writers? Because Dakota says let the supples write part of it. Maybe mini stories on the back.
Well, okay. The I hear you. No. I'm taking that question completely seriously, like non-ironically. The only problem with that is that I don't get money from it, and so it doesn't. Me. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I do.
Like, you know how many payments I have left on this chain? Like, I gotta fucking,
That's fine. That's fine. I can't write because I'm too busy working at Target, which I love.
Right. We got a lot of cashier stuff.
Yeah. Wait, are we doing plugs now? Wait, are we sponsored?
Not sponsored by Target. Definitely not sponsored.
Although, should we say?
Oh, that we do have a sponsor
listen
for
to the beginning of this episode.
Yeah,
Okay.
we already said it in the show.
Oh yeah, that's right. If you're listening to this to the podcast version of this, then you already know that we are that this episode has been brought to you by the good folks of Audible.com.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. We're like a real up and professional podcast studio. So
a lot of bombs the last couple.
I know
months.
it happened.
Whoa.
Okay,
So-
I'm drawing what the wall will look like.
Yeah.
As a superhero. Now I was thinking about this earlier. How do you feel about him having like a war hammer?
Oh, I love that. Because you know what? Warden doesn't really have any accessories besides his chain. So like, let's think about it like this. So Ryan, I'm relying on your sports knowledge and the people in the chat sports knowledge. What would look cool for like if he's a linebacker or something? Would him having like a giant shield, like?
I was thinking maybe a shield and like dress him up like an actual gladiator. Like, so he'll have the one shoulder pad and the the shield on the other arm, and then the Warhammer, and he'll just smash shit. So his thing will just be like running through shit with the shield.
Totally. And I think that when he first becomes the Wall, like until his brother can get in there and start calming him down, it doesn't matter what's in his way. Like he is smashing, and
right.
it could be good guy or bad guy until his brother can kind of connect, and like kind of. And we'll have such cool visuals of his brother basically like playing him like on a PS4 like Madden game, like inside his head, like inside his like Tony Stark head, like him like moving him around like Madden, and we'll have Wallace's voice start coming out of Taylor's out of the wall out of the monster's face, being like, sorry about that. Hi guys, I'm here now. So what we're gonna do, and then Wallace can start making playbooks for the whole team. He can start like constructing like attack moves for the entire team and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that it would be cool if when the Wall was in his state, because he gets bigger even than the original. So I think that if he can't speak, maybe his brother has to do all the talking for him.
Yeah. I think I think I want to back you off of this shoulder guard thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think you want this guy as raw as possible. I don't think you want too many accessories on him, because he's starting to look too much like Warden. So I think like big exposed arms. What I do think you could do though is give him a face that kind of has a like, imagine a football helmet but as a face. Like instead of where the mouth guard is there's like sharp teeth, and then like one big eye, like where like the visor would go. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, I can draw something up like that.
And then like bare arms, I mean, if you're gonna do shoulder pads and shit, it should look like like I would stay away from spikes and shit, because that's really Warden,
Yeah, there's no spikes on this one though.
Green Lantern in the chat is excited at the prospect of this team having fastball special like moves together.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Certainly, yeah. Yeah, the Art Jedi said so. Wallace is kind of like the Nick Fury of the team. Absolutely, I think we're setting Wallace up to be
Walter.
Walter Wallace.
Walter, to be our Professor X, kind of on the outside of this thing.
Cool.
And like kind of put it, like a helmet for sure. But I'm imagining like the helmet is organic. Like it,
that's what I'm thinking
connects
too.
It connects to his traps.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And like just like builds up, and like he has like these like big ass teeth, like where the mouth guard would go, and then like just like one big like eye, and like not an eye with an iris in it, but just like one big black void. They can like still express emotion by like squinting up, and like down and stuff like that, but like is fairly, just what the name is, a wall.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not really there,
Yeah, you've sent me on a journey here.
I think you should, instead of emphasizing his shoulders, I would emphasize, like, I think bare shoulders. So like showing off like Guntown, right? But I think really like wrap up his arms and his fists.
Yeah.
Like make those into big ass like gauntlets and shit. Because he's gonna be fucking bashing through shit. I mean, obviously Juggernaut, right?
Right.
Like if Juggernaut was a fucking football player, and like designed his shit after that, obviously one of his arms does need to have the insignia on it.
What are the people saying in the chat?
That Donnie's hair looks fly.
Donnie.
Alejandro Esperanza said that Donnie's hair looks fly. give a character his due. I think Oliver kind of already has my due.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does kind of have this like kind of asshole rich boy fucking haircut. And I'm thinking, somebody said something reminded me. Beef Skellington said, "What if he had glowing tattoos?" You and I had talked about giving him an all-over color scheme, like his skin tone and like whatever. I think he should be mostly like free of anything like from the waist up. Like I think he should be like hulked out, bare-chested, but skin tone still black. But like maybe in his veins, he like.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. I forgot about that. That is.
He's like super vascular, and it glows that same kind of like atomic blue, or purple that like Kid Atomic has. Because that purple seems to be kind of a through line between Kid Atomic and Murder. So maybe like when he's like real vascular and shit, his veins grow purple.
I think that.
Trying to figure out his helmet here.
Yeah, and then from bottom down, I think you can go all the way like football player with like knee pads.
That's what I was kind of going for here. Is if you see that he's got the laced up front of the pants here.
Yeah.
How set are we on the wall as his name? Because Tyler recommended Gridiron, which I think is actually a fantastic name for this character.
That is a great fucking name. Let's do a quick search to make sure that has not been taken, because that is fucking dope.
Yeah, somebody mentioned that the Wall has been like a Spider-Man villain, which I don't think really matters, but like if that ends up being kind of a tipping point, because I think Gridiron is badass.
I kind of completely agree with you on that one. That Gridiron is fucking badass.
Gridiron is dope. I think the Wall can still be like his football nickname.
I'm not. I'm not seeing a Gridiron. There's like a old school one. But okay, you know what? Fuck it. His name's Gridiron. That's dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
That's dope. Yeah, that's great. I love that.
Who said this?
Good job, Tyler.
Tyler.
All right. So wait. Wait. Hey, who said that?
Tyler.
All right, Tyler. You're gonna need to email us at Griff.
Segmentandfriends@gmail.com.
Put a little effort into it. Take two.
Segmentandfriends@gmail.com.
Thank you, and tell us that you're the one that said that, because we will give you a special thanks and draw you into the book in the background as a student or whatever you want. That's great. It's a great fucking. That's fucking great. Beef Skellington says, "What if it was a younger sister instead of a brother?" We thought about that. We're definitely going to add one more female character to the roster. I think it's really sweet to have two twin boys who like would have had the same starting point.
Yeah, they have the same DNA, but one of them is one way. And
and we had actually talked about that, but like the idea of them having the exact same DNA, the exact same starting point, but they veered and one just caught a bad break is to us a little bit more heartwarming than that. But have no fear, like the character that we're going to do next on the next episode, because a lot of these kids are like, we've like trapped ourselves in this like, oh well, it's not the Breakfast Club because blah 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 blah, because they're real bad kids. All these kids have hearts of gold, like so far.
Yeah, right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So our next kid is gonna be a straight the fuck up piece of shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Straight the fuck up, just like hateful piece of shit. And we're thinking that might be a lady character. Not because we think women are pieces of shit, but just because you so rarely see that character portrayed that way.
It's okay. I checked our YouTube stats, and we have 100% male fans. So
Yeah.
No. In the same way that like In the same way that, like, you know, if we were to do a gay character, like, I would, like, you know, that character can be any way or shape or form and act in any way, because, you know, people of color and people of sexual identities don't always fit into one trend. Like, you hardly ever see like a Spider Jerusalem character, like a real, like, strung out, like, dirtbag, kind of like a paranoid schizophrenic, like, does heroin, fucking beats people up. You hardly ever see that as a girl. And so I kind of like that, the idea of, like, doing, like, a tank girl, Nancy from The Craft, fucking, like the real deal scary chick at school that people are like.
Have you guys seen Freaks and Geeks?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Busy Phillips's character from Freaks and Geeks when you started talking about. Yeah.
Like, she might not like legitimately like she's not like the Wall, where if you talk shit about her, he's gonna fucking punch your lights out. But she's the one who will just, like, slowly write your name down in a book, and, like, your entire life will be ruined for the rest of your life, and you'll never know if it was her or not.
Right,
you know,
right.
like she's fucking legit scary, and, like, deals shit and, like, hurts people, and, like, has been, like, bounced out of foster care and this and that, and done juvie and shit. So she's gonna be probably our next character, and is gonna be the real motherfucking deal. Our Quentin Quire, if you will.
Yeah.
You know. So let's see how this drawing's coming along, Ryan. What do you think?
I'm having trouble coming up. I think I need to do a little like inspiration searches on helmets here.
Yeah.
I don't have it. I keep erasing it and redrawing it, but I'm just gonna put some stuff on here for now and plan on solving it in the interim between now and next week. But I'll just make it look kind of cool for now.
Very exciting.
As you're drawing, I love that fucking, like, hammer thing you got going out there.
Yeah.
I think that thing should just be massive.
Yeah, totally. Hey, while he's drawing, and we've kind of, because I think these characters were kind of born, like, kind of perfectly. I don't think we really need to do anything else besides the design on Gridiron here. I think Ryan is steady on his way. Anybody in the chat, guys, we got to talk about the name of this book.
You know?
You
We had a really good recommendation last week. I can go and try to check for it. I saw one that stuck out to me.
I liked Delinquents, but Donnie was against Delinquents.
I like somebody at the very beginning of this show said Renegades, and I love the word Renegade,
cool.
and their theme song can be a Styx song.
That is kind of cool, Renegades. What does Renegade actually mean?
I can look up an official definition for you right now, right?
Oh, well, I also don't like it already, but
okay.
I think people keep on saying, like, stuff like the scoundrels or, like, the delinquents or, like, you know,
the piece
stuff
of
like
shit kids is what it should be called.
right. Ne'er-do-wells.
Skellington says straight up shitheads. Yeah.
Shitheads.
Renegade. The actual definition of renegade is a person who deserts and betrays an organization, country, or set of principles.
Yeah, that's not.
Or, as an adjective, is having treacherously changed allegiance. Which, if you think about it, if all these kids suck and then they're becoming superheroes, that's sort of in a way of betraying their identity as shitty people. They're renegades, but in a good sense.
Hey, hold on. Outcasts we can't do. Misfits, maybe we could do.
Misfits is kind of cool.
Misfits is kind of cool.
What's the Z?
I like Back of the Class. Back of the Class is kind of cool.
I want to stay away from class in the title.
Yeah. People keep on saying that they just like it being called detention. Which I don't think is sexy enough.
I know detention dimension we've said earlier. as like the sort of nickname for where Warden sends them or where they go at some
The
point.
detention dimension, yeah.
I like that, not as like an actual like,
Yeah, no.
lore like that's
Wait, the dropouts? No,
I was gonna say the
Ooh,
dropouts
that's
is-
close.
but that's close. But they're not actually dropouts, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Unless at the end of the book they drop out and become full-time superheroes.
Deadbeats?
What did you call the bad kids at your school? You know? The popular kids.
The popular kid.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
I'm just looking at the
They're-
thesaurus now. We
Like,
got
I-
insubordinate.
Dude, guys.
Oh.
Someone just said burnouts.
Whoa, that's good.
Burnouts is good, but also I feel like doesn't fit the description for a couple of our
Yeah, I
characters.
feel like the problem with burnouts is that makes me think more of like Griffin with a top knot type character.
Fuck yeah.
Man, you know what? The Exiles would be a good name for it.
Yeah.
would be.
like
That
Exiles.
would have been yeah. Dude, burnouts is fucking tight. I like burnouts. I really
I like
do.
burnouts too. Yeah.
I mean, we can. I mean, is there a burnouts comic already? I mean, that's pretty.
Well, Burnout was a Gen 13 character.
Well, we can do. You know, I mean, we can legally we can name it. You know, Ryan Stegman and Donnie Cates is Burnouts, and that's
Yeah.
the legal name of it. And then on the comic, it just says Donnie Cates and Ryan Stegman's Burnouts. You know.
I'm really into burnouts. That's sick. I like that a lot.
The Derelicts keeps on coming back. It's not as sexy though. I don't know. Let's keep on thinking about it. Burnouts is not. I mean, going on the no, that's dumb. I won't say a dumb thing.
I think we can all agree that the Rascals is out of the window, right? We're done.
Yeah. What I was gonna say
Rapscallions.
was just to because okay, you know what? I'll go ahead and say this bad idea because this is a thing that we do in the room. Is you just say to the room, you say, all right, this is a bad idea, but maybe it'll spark a conversation. Like I was thinking about the name, the Burnouts, and I thought about the opposite of the Fadeaways. You know?
Oh, that's
And
not
so,
bad.
You know.
Like something like that is kind of good. Like the Wallflowers, like the kids. Maybe they're just kids that nobody
Dude.
else pays attention to.
What about the Wallflowers?
I mean, that's kind of cool. With a
Yeah.
Z.
It's got to be with a Z. That's the
I mean,
requirement.
I like the Wallflowers.
What can we get a W in the chat if you like Wallflowers?
Yeah, thumbs up for Wallflowers.
Somebody said Image has a Burnouts comic.
Okay.
Ah,
Dude,
fuck.
the Edgelords.
Edgelords.
So no one likes. Does anyone? Okay, people are saying that Wallflowers is dope. I really like Wallflowers. It has a certain vibe to it that could go either which way. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everyone in the chat is doing a W or a thumbs up for Wallflowers.
Yeah, they're into it. They're into it for sure.
Ryan, do you like that?
Yeah, I mean, I came up with it, so I mean, it's mine.
Well, that makes it a lot easier since we don't have to give credit to anybody else.
Yeah. Oh, we got a
All
thumbs
right.
down from Dakota, and two thumbs downs.
Ooh.
Let's back pocket. We'll start thinking. Wallflowers. That's definitely on the list.
Okay. Yeah, I really like that because I don't want to get too I don't like titles that are so fucking extreme that like them into one box.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the Wallflowers can like the Runaways, right?
Mhm.
It doesn't lock itself into a certain genre, right?
Right.
So it's not an action-sounding thing, you know? And the Wallflowers could be a book about anything. And it also, I think it softens the book a little bit because obviously the look of it is by the very, you know, nature by the very nature of kind of our aesthetic is kind of 90s and stuff. And I think that the name of the Wallflowers kind of softens that and brings that back.
We could name it, it would be kind of interesting if we had the detention room that this all happens in, if it had like a name that the kids would call the detention room.
That's true.
And then they go back to the detention room. That's where they congregate. That's where they cross over into whatever world they go to, and that we could name it after that room if we had a cool name for that room.
Yeah. The road that I was kind of stuck going down was there's that term like problem child, and so I was thinking about something like trying to mess around with that in some way.
Yeah.
I haven't had any luck yet.
Yeah. Like you know, you don't want to get messed up with those kids.
Yeah, right.
Like again, this is not a good idea, but like just to give you guys a peek behind the curtain, in the room, someone might say, "Why don't you just call it those kids?"
I was just gonna say that's not that bad,
Right.
actually.
You know,
I don't dislike that.
you know,
Yeah.
like have the word like, and the logo can kind of tell you all everything. Like it's like you know the logo to design. And whenever you're thinking about it, and you gotta also think when you're thinking about a title for a book, think that title is going to be sitting over a piece of art. So the title is only one half of the story that's being told. So if you hear a book called The Wallflowers, but then you have this team of these badasses and stuff, the kind of the distinction between those two things, the dichotomy of those two things is pretty fucking cool, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree.
Somebody
And
said,
obviously we're gonna keep talking about this a little bit more, and we'll see where we get. And maybe if we can't get to anything, we could also put up a poll on Twitter, and folks can vote for their favorite one of.
Oh, that's a great idea. I think internally, let's get it down to about 4 options, and we'll let people vote. And we'll see how it goes.
And we'll do that. We can do that right before the last one of this set here. So then by the end,
I definitely do think that
episode.
Ryan, your idea. I kind of thought we were always gonna have that detention room be like the, you know, in Buffy the Vampire Slayer they have the library.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
They would always have that HQ, you know. Yep. So hey, chat, one more time. Wallflowers. Give us thumbs up. No, not the Wallflowers, just Wallflowers.
Yeah, I agree.
Chat, give us.
It'll take a second.
Because I fucking love that name, and that's a name I would be happy to have my name on. And I think
totally.
I think with the visuals attached to it, like the and like
Wallflowers. Yeah, you have Wallflowers with just these like badass looking superheroes, and you're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it's fucking awesome, you know? Because it's not because like I don't want like this entire book is just like everyone turns into like 90s action characters and stuff, and like softening it and not making the title extreme. Making the title about the kids themselves, not their superheroes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Is kind of cool.
We got Brian Level joined the chat, and Kenny Porter.
Kenny Porter's in the chat.
Yeah, Kenny.
Fuck yeah.
Kenny, how do you feel about Wallflowers? Brian, how do you feel about Wallflowers?
Now we'll wait.
No, we don't need to wait. We can keep talking.
No. Sit in silence and think about it.
Say something interesting, Griffin. Griffin, do it. Quick.
Talk about your top knots more.
I'm so
people
hungry.
love the top knot.
Are people okay? Chat. Top knot.
We've asked so many things of the chat and before it's even caught up.
Chat. If I grow my hair out so I can do the sick man bun, what are your guys' thoughts on that?
Can we get a "Are you okay, Griffin" in the chat?
Yeah. Hey guys, why don't we just name this fucking book "Kids Love Chains"?
It's just called Chains in the Chat, actually.
The Chain Gang, baby.
What about Chain Kids?
Ryan, you were talking about the name of the detention center. Like, if they called it something like the Lockup or something, I think something like the Lockup is an interesting name, although it's not directly about the kids. But you know, it all revolving around them being kind of stuck in that, and there's the warden's dimension or whatever. Like, I think the Lockup is kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we would just have to come up with something organically with what the kids would call it. You know, like I think the Lockup sounds kind of interesting, but it's a little bit extreme.
Mm-hmm.
When people are using the shit emoji, but it's a smiley face, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's like a
Griffin. They love you. They love your top knot, Griffin. Everybody loves it.
Iker says, "Do what you want." I appreciate that. We got a lot of do-its. Do it. We got some chains in the chat.
Brian Level just texted me and told me that he didn't know if his shit was coming through, but thumbs up for the name Wallflowers.
All right.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
Can you ask Brian if he thinks my top knot is good?
Bro, can I just put something into perspective for you guys? We're creating an imprint that is a Stegman and Kate's imprint. We don't know what it's going to be called. It'll be we're going to be launching this first book through Indiegogo. We're going to be, putting it in shops. We're going to be fucking putting it in, every medium that you can do. And I want you to just think about the lineup. We already know what the name of our next book is. Imagine our imprint so far is Sawed Off Shogun and the Wallflowers. That's a pretty good fucking lineup, dude.
It's a good lineup.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's sweet.
And also, we've always been kind of in the back of our head thinking of the Wallflowers, which is what I'm just going to start calling it, as a more of a YA book, a book that like Ryan's kids can read.
But no, it's not for them. They can read it though.
Yeah, but like it's.
I want them to sneak to have to read it, but still.
Yeah, it's all ages in the same way that Star Wars is, meaning that like full hands get cut off, people get fucking dropped and shot in the head.
Yeah.
It's just not gory. So don't think of it as a kiddie book at all. It's not a kiddie book, but it is something that like we want it to be. But like something like Sawed Off Shogun, trademark Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman, is going to be a big ass badass fucking. I already know what the plot of it is, and we'll get to that in a couple episodes.
I got it. So first, there's a couple things in the chat I want to talk about. First up, Kenny said Chain Wallet needs to be the evil high school bankroller, and I fucking agree.
I agree with that.
We got some chains in the chat.
No, wait, hold on. I have a great idea.
Okay.
There should be a guy who's like on no side at all, who's like kind of like a weird like in the shadows guy, right? Mm-hmm. And he's Chain Wallet, and they're like, he's like, you can call me Chain Wallet, and they're all like right? They like clown on him, right? And he's just like, I just want to be like, thought I could be of help, like get you guys information because I have the inside track on what the bad guys do and everything. And it turns out it's the assistant principal because he got a little piece of the shard in him, and he just desperately wants to be cool.
That's crazy.
I love that. And because he knows kids love chains, and so he's like, I'm Chain Wallet.
And he's wearing like Jinko jeans and shit.
That's so good. I love that.
Hey, someone said quarantine, but teen spelled like teens.
That's not bad. That isn't bad.
Those people just above that, when we were talking about what they call detention, people were saying quarantine.
Yeah, I don't like putting up an Indiegogo called Quarantine. It doesn't seem like the smartest business move in the world.
I think they were saying. I don't think they were saying as the book title, just as what the kids internally refer to detention as.
I see.
Yeah. Or the hole. We also got the box. some classic
we got an
prison
interesting question for Fred. I'm sure I know the answer, but he does ask if the books in your imprint, you're planning for them to be in the same universe.
No.
I don't. What did you say, Ryan?
I mean, if Sawed Off Shogun is in the same universe as the Bad Kids, as the Wallflowers.
I mean, well, once you hear the premise of Sawed Off Shogun, you'll understand why that's a kind of an inconsequential. It could or it couldn't. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, I mean, as our imprint goes, just like how Image started, like, you know, we will do things that cross over. You know, we'll because Ryan and I are working on our big one. And someone asked, are these minis or ongoings? We don't know at first. You know, we'll see how they go. You know, we'll go the first volume, and if it does well for us, you know, we'll keep it going. You know, that's kind of an up to you guys thing. Sawed Off Shogun to me is doing it Hellboy style, doing it in like little mini volumes that are each like, because you'll understand once you hear the premise of it why it needs to be like that. But then like Ryan and I have one that we're gonna do. Is our big like magnum opus, kind of a creator-owned thing that he's going to draw, that I'm going to write, that we are going to keep our mouths shut on that for probably about a year. In the meantime, we're going to start creating IPs and cranking them out with badass artists attached to them. And so it's going to be really fucking fun.
I agree.
What other podcast out there do you get to like see comic books broke down right here in front of you, and then like, you know, in like however many months time you're holding it in your hand and you're reading it, you know?
Absolutely.
Like that's fucking cool, man. And then like, you know, what if you discovered that comic brand new and then you had these tapes to go back and listen to and look at all the fumbles and like the they were gonna do this with this but they changed this and this, you know.
I think that's so cool. I mean, that for me that would be like a dream come true. But I don't know about these. I don't know about the mutants in the chat, you know, because
you know about what?
The mutants in the chat.
The simps in the chat.
Yeah,
I don't know what those things. I don't know what those things mean.
Nobody.
I'm just calling them. Simp. I'm just being rude to the people in the chat because I think it's funny.
People want the imprint to be DC Comics, dope comics.
I like that.
I once wanted to rename one of my comic book stores when I was a retailer. I once wanted to call it DC's Comics because my name is Donnie Cates. Cates' Comics, and got a big thumbs down for that. And a big old fat thumbs down.
Yep.
No, we're gonna come up with a cool imprint name. So cool. No, and it's not gonna be. Ooh, I like that. Spencer Taylor just said, I think the assistant principal should be working with the bad kids only because he wants the principal's job. And so maybe that's a cool like turn. That he's like helping him, and then when he brings him down, he takes the principal's crystal and attaches it to his, and becomes an even badder beast or something like that. Mm-hmm. You know? Okay,
so I'm designing this guy. I definitely don't like his mask. I don't like his face. I like some of it. I think the idea of the giant warhammer is cool. Basically, what's going to end up happening is all week I'm going to be sending Donnie texts with different designs.
We'll work it out. Yeah. What I think you're missing, Ryan, is you're missing like the top part of the helmet needs to be bigger than the face mask.
There's got to be something, and I just don't have designing is really interesting because you really can't do it unless you're inspired. And we went a different direction than I initially expected, and all my inspiration was Gladiator, and now I've got this thing.
Yeah, right.
And that's stuck in my head. So I'm gonna re-inspire, reinvigorate. But you know, these are still cool drawings, right?
Yeah. So absolutely. I mean, how long have we been going?
We're about done. We've been going for
we're about an hour and a half point.
Are we telling Walter Wallace to get fucked design wise, or are we doing that on a different episode?
Let's do it next episode. We'll start that out. Maybe. Hey, you know what? over the weekend or whatever, we'll just have, Ryan will keep on banging away at Taylor, and then Walter maybe at the start of next week's episode will show you both characters.
Yeah, and maybe when we start next episode, because we always have like the up top part. I'll just start drawing the Walter at the top, and then we will talk. You guys will talk and set us up, and all that.
We always have 20 minutes where we're trying to figure out.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out audio bullshit. Anyway. Yeah, right. All right, cool. Well then let's get out of here because I gotta go cook dinner for my goodly lady wife, and but this is a good one.
Let me say a couple things. First
yes,
of all,
sir?
54 people here. We had pretty much 50 people here the whole time almost, so that's really cool. Thanks everybody. We're gonna try to keep growing that. The Art Jedi, yes, I have your DMs, and I will get back to you soon. And the hero cannot have a top knot.
Incorrect.
All right, and Griffin,
what is happening?
You want to take
There's
us
so many
out?
People shitting on my.
Wait, hold on.
God damn it.
Hold on.
Oh, fuck. Ethan literally like 2 days ago was like, "No, I think that'd be a really good look for you," and now I'm getting mixed signals.
Ryan.
And...
What's up?
No, wait, hold on. I got this. Are you gonna? Hey, Griff, take us out, dog.
Okay, dope.
Well, before we go do an outro real quick, if you guys want more Donny Cates and the Supple Boys, on Monday, there's the new first episode of Advocates Book Club where we're talking about books. We're talking about top 10 and the other one, 4 Kids Walk Into a Bank.
Nope.
And then if you want to be ready for the book, if you want to be ready for the book club next week, we're talking about the following Monday. We're talking about Grant Morrison's Green Lantern Volume 1 and Ice Cream Man Volume 1. So everybody come join the book club and get more fill of Donny Cates and the Supple Boys. Griffin, take us out.
I was gonna say that. And the rest of the things to say, I don't know, because Ethan.
Stay amazing, friends.
Where can you find us?
Okay, all right. So the rest of the show. You can email us at stegmanandfriends@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Stegman Show. Send us your fan art. We're going to retweet it. We'll get it on the episode, the next live stream. Also, while you're at it, talking about the live stream, remember to smash that like button.
Gotta smash it, dude. Gotta smash that subscribe.
Get the subscribe button in there. Stegman and Friends on YouTube here. Oh, by the way, we got some dope new cover art. Ryan, remind me who did this for us.
Ryan Lee, the artist of Mountainhead at IDW.
Fuck yeah. It looks great.
John
Thank you so
Iker,
much, Ryan.
John Iker in the chat, he did the new YouTube banner and my new Twitter banner too. So
Hell yeah, Iker is super awesome and super nice guy. What else? We're on Apple and Google Podcasts. You can review us on Apple Podcasts. We'll read that on the show at some point, along with the emails in the next mailbag episode. But this is Stegman and his amazing friends. Ethan already told you all about the brand new show, not Devil's Advocates, but just regular Advocates.
Devil's Advocates.
Advocates Book Club. It's going to be out on Monday. And also, maybe the Supple Boys have their own podcast. It's called Supple Boys. We have our first episode out already. You can check us out at Supple Boys. It's going to be great. That'll be out this weekend, episode 2.
And the beat that you're hearing right now is the beat that's going to be the intro song.
Spoilers, Donnie. Spoilers.
But with some fucking some bars over it that are really good. So look forward to that. Y'all not ready for it. I'm telling you. Drip drop, right. Baby. Drip drop. Top knot. Drip drops. See you later. Stay tuned.
Top knot, drip drop. That's actually a pretty good bar. Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
see you
Will.
guys
Thanks for coming, Will.
Friends.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.